Hey YouTube, today we're going to be repurposing my 50-gallon ZooMed Lowboy breeder tank. Yeah, so we're going to be moving the Multifasciatus out, the shell dwellers, and we're going to be moving in a bunch of Plecos, including my new Spatulorcaria Whiptails. So they should definitely enjoy the much bigger footprint. So stay tuned and I'll take you along. So here's the 50-gallon Lowboy that's going to be going from a Shelly tank to a Pleco tank. And you know, every once in a while you just got to change things up. This has been a Shelly tank for a while, and I'm starting to get a lot of Plecos. They need more room. So these guys are going to get downgraded to a 33-gallon. I'm going to sell some of them off to make the colony a bit smaller. Their temporary home will be right down here in this tote for a couple days until the 33-gallon tank is ready. But for now, I'm going to start with emptying this tank and getting these fish out of here. Alright, so as you can see, I have all the hardscape out. The water has dropped about 50%. And now I just got to start scooping fish and moving them to their temporary home down here. I've already got the heater and the filter moved. I wonder if we can already see any in there moving around. Probably not. But that's the next step, so time to get back to work. Alright, so we are looking pretty bare in here. Now there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that there are still fry in here, like little pinhead sized fry. And you know, I could spend the next 12 hours in here picking out fry. And then there'll still be tons of fry afterwards. So I think I got a good chunk of them though. And then as they get older, get bigger, I'll just move them out as they get big enough to see. Basically what's happened every time I've moved my shell dwellers. After about a month or two, once the fry have grown up, then I come back in and scoop the rest out. So since the only thing that's going to be going in here is Plecos, I'm not too worried about it. They should do just fine. Alright, so I've been working on the hardscape a little bit, and I've now come to realize I'm completely lacking in any extra pieces of wood. Which is going to be a problem because this is a Pleco tank. I got the one piece there, and that's it. I was going to take this big piece of wood out of here that's been in here since last summer, and it's not even waterlogged yet. So that was kind of amazing to me. Still up there floating, which is obviously not going to work in this tank. So I think a field trip is going to be in my near future. Of course, I've been wanting to do that for a while, and the weather has not been cooperating. So yeah, I might have to make a trip to some fish stores and get some really overpriced wood if I can't make it up to the mountains. But I got all the extra rocks in here I have. I've got the coconut cave. I got a couple of these guys over here, which is the terracotta pots. I got the terracotta stakes, which are these things here. And I did order I don't even know how many. Like, I think I ordered 12 more on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description because these things are great. I know this is a Greg Jones, if you are familiar with his channel. And he's got this was his idea. He was the first to kind of come up with this. So stealing it from Aquarium Co-op, who stole it from Greg Jones, but all credit's been given properly, so no harm, no foul there. But as you can see, I'm filling up the tank. I'm going to start moving the Plecos over once I test the water and make sure water parameters are the same, which they should be pretty close. The only thing that might be different is the pH in here might be a little higher since this was being buffered for Tanganyika. I'm going to be going with different lighting because this lighting sucks. This is the Aqueon modular LED. You can see one of them's already broken. But one of the many reasons why this unit sucks. But I don't need this much light since it's going to be for plecos. So I might just remove 2 of the tubes. We'll see. Oops, sorry about that. And of course I am putting plants in here because, you know, what aquarium is complete without plants? At least in my eyes. They're way too beneficial to not have plants. So I'll be putting a little light in here at least. Yeah, gonna wait for this to fill, give it some time. Check the water parameters and start moving plecos in. Oh, and I think I've got some plecos that you guys have never seen before. Well, never seen on my channel before. I'm sure you guys have seen them. So yeah, I'll check back with you in a little bit. So since I'm waiting on that other tank, I might as well show you what's going in here. Basically everything from this 20 long, from my 20 long rack, will be going in there. All these plecos, so the Spatulorcaria, they're going to be extremely happy now. They'll actually be able to turn around without touching each end of the, or the front and the back of the tank. Here's the 2 females huddled up down here. And I know I've kind of teased you about some new plecos. And there's one of them there. This is the Snowball Pleco, the LDA. It's LDA or L33, I don't remember. There's another one there. There's a butterfly pleco in the back. This is supposed to be a vampire pleco. Right there in the middle, the big guy. Same with these 2 here. Though I'm still pretty skeptical on what they are. Here's a really good looking butterfly pleco, I think. So there should be 3, oh yeah, 3 butterfly plecos, 3 vampire, 3 snowball plecos, and 3 of the Spatulorcaria whiptail cats. Nice big pile of poop. But yeah, this is what's going to be going in there. I'm still giving it about another hour before I test parameters. I'll basically check the water on this tank, check the water on the new setup there, and if they match, then I can just dump them in. If they don't, then I have to acclimate. But yeah, so now I'm playing the waiting game. Oh, I might as well show you. If I can pan up here without killing you guys. So this is the yellow shrimp I got from LR Brex. I need to fill the water up because that really bugs me. They're all down here chowing down along with the snails. But I had my first batch of shrimplets, and I'm probably not going to be able to show them on camera because they're so small. That little white speck right there is one. You can kind of make them out. Hang it out on the glass right in the middle. So that's how small they are. Sometimes, usually, the only time I can pick them out is when they're floating around in the water. As you can see, I did end up transferring some bladder wart over from the 30-gallon long, so I'll be pulling that out right now. So yeah, just a quick little updates on these guys. There's probably about 6 or 7 more that are holding. Well, buried, but same thing, whatever. So I should have just a ton of these guys pretty soon. See, there's... She's empty. What's she fanning for? That's weird. What about this one? No, that's a male. I promise there's a lot of them in here holding. Oh, there you go. No? Maybe that one? They're in there, I promise. Oh, there you go. Oops. There we go. See, and there's one swimming around in the water. There you go. That's about the only time I can really pick them out, when they're on the black backdrop or swimming around in the water. So it is nighttime in the fish room. This is later in the evening, so the water is still a little cloudy. I've got all the plecos moved into this tank here. Wow, this view here makes the tank look really long. But here's one of my female Spatuloricaria. So far everyone is adjusting well. The water's still pretty cloudy, but that should calm down. I'm trying to look for some other fish. Well, I do have a heater in here because, you know, these are plecos. These aren't necessarily warm water. Like, I don't need it above 80, but I need to make sure it doesn't drop below 75. I got the power head up there, circulation pump. Again, these are plecos. They like that current. And then just a single sponge filter. That's all I'm going to use for filtration. There are some plants in here, so that'll help out, but mostly it's going to be the weekly water changes. So let me see if I can try and find some more plecos for you guys, because there's, well, should be able to see some other ones. I already see another Whiptail Pleco. This is a big male right here. Come around to the other side. Of course, I got the top on this side, so I'm going to scare them all off by making all this noise. So you can see with the lighting, I went with the same aquarium, but it's just one of the LED tubes with a bunch of them burnt out. There. Again, overall crappy LED lights. Luckily, I don't need much. There's the two other, the big male and the other female. Here's, it looks like a, not that we can see it, but there's a butterfly pleco. I'm sure we have the vampire or galaxy pleco. Two common names that should have nothing to do with each other. Hoping to spot one of the Snowball Plecos, but they are the smallest ones in here, so I might not. So I'm going to do this without tripping on everything. Alright, well, it looks like the Snowball Plecos. There is actually one hiding under the sponge here. Wow. Wow, there's 4 or 5 plecos right here. Don't you know that there's 4 feet of tank space to hide in and you're all crammed under the sponge filter? Crazies. So I mean, this is pretty much the end result here. I still plan on getting more wood. I might cut some PVP and make some long tubes for these guys, because they're definitely going to need them if I want to breed them. Of course, I just assume that's how they breed. There's really no information on the internet about this particular whiptail cat. And it doesn't even have the same scientific name as other whiptail cats, but that's about the closest thing I can come to as far as providing care for them. But they are monster eaters, so as long as they're eating well, I really am not worried about it. I must have got their care right. Alright, so that's going to put a wrap on this couple-day project, and I hope you all had fun. I know I had a ton of fun, and I'm really liking the new setup. I can't wait to get some more wood in there, make some more caves, things like that. But yep, I'm pretty tired, so that's going to do it for this video. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.